then there were three. Not gonna lie, that scared me a little bit.
Imagine the window just fell down.
God, he was cracking.
Imagine if he did that and there was a wasp nest right there.
Oh.
I'm trying to throw out
Some rings.
Like, I mean, like, what if there was a female that you were interested in, and she's like over there, 5 feet away, looking at her like, and she looked at you? What's your go-to res quote? Or something like something.
Walk away. I don't talk to women.
What?
All my homies scared of women.
That's like PR day.
What's Jordan?
Talking to females.
I see. Well, I mean, I kind of just, I like to let things naturally progress. Like, most of the time, if I see, like, someone who catches my eye, I'm not going to immediately approach them. I'm not really that type of person to confront someone off of a whim.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. You need to know that when you're heading over there, you're not going over there to just come back and be angry. Is that what you're saying?
I mean, no, I just like to be sure, you know?
Right.
Like, I don't know, get some more information before I...
Well, let's talk about projects.
I got projects.
All of us. And I've been telling the homies, bro, stay focused. You know what I'm saying? Women, they gonna be here. I just had an argument with this girl this morning because I done fucked, and she got mad because I didn't respond to her texts, but I looked at her story. So she hit me up and was like, "Well, how are you gonna watch my story? But I'm unadded on Snapchat." I was like, "Bitch, what?" You know what I'm saying? This is why
Can't view her story. You can't view her story unless you're added.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, you have me added, I don't have you added, but it's not like it's fine. It's cool. Like, you don't need to text me that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I think that like that's part of like the game that some people play, where like especially when you're texting, like I don't know, this is more like during my teenage years, like because I don't give a shit about if you don't text me back. You don't text me back now, I'm not gonna talk to you anymore.
Right.
Like I'm gonna move on. It's simple as that. But some people really like to play that game of like I'm super busy, you can't talk to you, like don't have time for you.
Yeah, doing damn well they're not.
Damn well they're staring at their phone the whole day.
They're staring at their phone because all they do is talk about the shit they see on their phone. And I ain't gonna lie, girls that come to me and like, there's a thing, fellas. Here's the thing, fellas. Bitches are doing you dirty, bro. They looking at you texting them in Snapchat and they're using it as conversation starters with other men.
Yep.
They're telling other niggas that you texting.
Yep.
So that way, that nigga will think that she got niggas in her phone when the whole time it's crazy because the way, like Will saying, the game is a double-edged sword. No matter which way you swipe, somebody's getting cut. You got the one motherfucker on the other hand trying to actually have a conversation with Shawty. Got the other nigga on the other hand that she's really trying to have a conversation with. But the nigga that she's really trying to have a conversation with ain't really trying to have a conversation with her. And so now you, as a guy, if a girl don't text you back, you gotta realize two things. Like Will said, she's always on her phone and she's around other dudes.
Yep.
And when she's around other niggas and you in her phone and the things still say delivered, that means you're a mantle above the fireplace, my guy.
Yeah, you're being used for attention.
Yup.
That you're giving her attention.
Yup. And you know,
It sucks, but that's the truth.
I mean, it's to some people it's a game. Some people it's life. You're just moving through life.
But okay, figure this out. So, how did they learn to do that?
women?
Yeah.
Shit.
I mean, I think it's with the rise of technology. Like we are one of the first generations to grow up with access to a cellular device to the internet.
Yeah.
Like
Internet solely. We have computers, TVs, phones, iPads.
it's all there, instant touch of your finger. It's all right there. Which I mean is interesting to think about when you look at the trend of people's short-term memory declining as technology becomes more and more prominent. Your brain is, instead of storing the information, it's storing the location of the information, which is counterintuitive if you're trying to learn.
Also, their attention span has decreased.
My attention span is pretty.
Like when you're
It fluctuates.
Yeah.
It fluctuates because like here, I have like a good 5 minutes. I can look at you and listen to you talk attentively for probably about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But outside of here, you know what I'm saying? Like you like in my room or like just chilling on the phone or something. Yeah, man.
It gets bad.
It gets horrible.
It sucks you in.
Sucks you in.
Like TikTok especially. TikTok and Instagram Reels have been really problematic for me. I know for sure, like waking up in the morning and immediately like scrolling on your phone just leads to like the worst, most unproductive day I can imagine. And like I have to catch myself, like especially on the weekends, because I've got a little bit of time to sleep in. I've got homework I got to do, but I want to go to the gym before I start doing my homework. And if I'm sitting in bed like looking at my phone, I end up spending like 2 or 3 hours. And if I'm sleeping in just a little bit, that's like half the day is gone.
Yeah.
And it's
So what are some things you're finding you guys hardest about the project you're doing right now?
Okay. Toughest thing right now. So I have a class which is appreciation of theater. I'm not a theater guy myself, but it's a civic engagement. I have to do it. It's a requirement.
Right.
And what I have to do, specify, he said, either go to one of our plays at PCC or UVA. And again, as we were talking about attention span, oh my God, it's so tough trying to like sit there for straight hour and a half or longer than that, trying to see, okay,
Watching people
just act.
I'm
sorry. It's cringy for me.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
cringy. I'm like, okay, you want to be some other character that you're not. I'd rather go watch a movie. That will keep me
At least those
intrigued.
people are kind of that.
because a movie has a really good way of integrating you into that world, and whereas a theater, you're watching 3D people instead of on a screen, you're watching people do it.
There's more effects and better effects than in person.
Or he's a tech guy. Naturally.
I'm a computer guy.
Yeah,
I like computers.
the digital sort of components of it.
I'm a gamer for life. I love doing everything on my PC, like going from games, watching YouTube, doing everything.
I'd be on my desktop if that shit was busted.
Yeah.
All my game systems broke, bro.
Dang.
Xbox broke. PS4 broke. Computer broke.
It's okay, bro. We'll do a fun me.
Dude, I'll notice like as you buy devices, like you'll get new devices and you're like,
Oh
now I got like stink bug juices on my face,
bro. This shit is tough with his ass. Like, what the fuck, bro?
That shit flew in the circle.
Jump with
I can't. Oh my God, that's too good.
You just try to take out the second tower. Charlottesville has a terrible problem with stink bugs. Dude, growing up in Northern Virginia, no stink bugs at all whatsoever. I would come down here to visit my grandparents, and their guest house would just a breeding ground of fucking stink bugs.
And stink bugs are fucking retarded, bro. They fly into shit, They literally crawl places and die.
Yeah, all they do is die.
And
Like,
they crawl in the weirdest areas.
Yeah, bro.
Like some places, okay, how the fuck do you go in there?
Yeah.
I do see a crack, but like, goddamn.
Yeah. And what do they even fucking eat? What do they do? What do they eat? What do they
they're invasive, so nothing eats them.
right.
So-
So what do they eat?
Yeah.
Plants, smaller bugs, maybe something along those lines. I'm not sure if they're
So
really
nothing
like
eats.
carnivoristic.
Right. They're Japanese in nature, right?
That's a good question, honestly. Origin of the stink bug.
Well, I feel like we're gonna get attacked one more time by that jump.
He's gonna fly up again.
That nigga somewhere weird.
Yeah, like this issue.
The stink bug is native to Eastern Asia, China, Japan, and Taiwan. The first documentation of the species in the United States was in Pennsylvania in 2001.
That's what I was doing.
Crazy. Goddamn stink bugs. Go back to Africa.
Yeah.
Go back to where you came from. I can't understand
Go
you.
back to China.
White power.
God damn. Can't stand these fucking stink bugs.
Alright, back to what we were talking about.
Projects.
Man, the hardest part of my project for real is just kind of like really just finishing it. I got this. I got one more paragraph I gotta do. You know, one more paragraph.
You got that mental block.
Yes, and it's at 11:59 tonight.
Oh,
So I'm in the position where it's like,
Back against the wall.
yeah, like you remember the old TV show 24, where it's like, oh, bro, you gotta watch it. It's like it's one of the OG 2000 era crime shows,
Okay.
and I think Jason Bourne. The main character is Jason Bourne.
So an elite level assassin type.
An elite level like agent that goes from different detective departments in each city
Okay.
to track like high profile gang members. Anyway, the name of the show, there's this one part in the show where whenever something major happens, the screen will flash like an alarm clock, and the alarm clock's counting down from 24. And every time it switches the 10th of a second, so there's 24 hours, counting down for 24 hours. There's a 24 hours, and then it's like, if it's at like 45 minutes, every time it switches from the 5. So if it switches from the 5 to the 4, it's like, boop. So it's like, boop, boop, boop.
So they're just the most anxiety-inducing
Yeah,
sound.
yeah, and that's what it feels like opening my laptop and then closing it and not having done the rest of my paper yet. It feels like that because it's like I know at like 8 o'clock I'm gonna be sitting in my room. I'm gonna be feeling the pressure. I'm gonna need to go find one more scholarly source, write about it, chart it up, and then I have to have it done by 11:59. So.
Yup. I got 3 classes that threw projects onto me like all around the same time. And I've been bouncing between all 3 of these fucking projects, trying to not fail one of them. And it feels like I'm bouncing so fast in between, trying not to fail, that I can't even
He's on the podcast.
finish one. The homie chilling now.
The stink, man.
We're gonna zoom in on this so you can. Oh fuck no.
He ran away, bro. He fucking ran. Bro, that shit made it hot as, bro. It's hot as fuck in this room, guys. It is hot as fuck.
I have sweat dripping down my legs.
No cap. And every time the water fountain comes on, you gotta shut the door.
Ghost got our back away.
Bro.
Closes it. Once
Bro.
he hears it.
Nigga, you almost got attacked by a fucking stink bug. Yo, it's funny because of shit. I didn't think it was gonna catch itself. The nigga caught himself in there like,
stink bugs not aerodynamic.
at all. They're like the Bronco from How to Train Your Dragon.
Just a flying log.
Yeah. My God.
We're gonna get that on TikTok for sure.
Well, it's going on. We gotta get that, bro. Especially flicking that shit, bro. Yo. Let's tell them, bro. So, yo, good news for the podcast, you guys. I know you guys have been waiting on the video for a long time. We finally got editing software. Finally got some editing software. We're not using fucking Clipchamp anymore. We're not using that bullshit. We're using DaVinci Resolve. Shout to Will. Shout to Professor Ferrero. Shout to Jay. Shout to Nabab. Really for making that shit happen. Will had the idea. Jay had the fucking idea. Nabab had the drive. Ferrero had the tools. They made it happen, bro.
Oh, there it is.
So, okay, so we were talking about Ukraine.
Ooh.
And, so when everything was starting, how it hit the economy, and etc.
There we go. Projects and Nabab was mentioning Ukraine.
Yeah. So we had the whole class. Every one of us has to do the same exact topic. And it was stupid because all of us almost had the same exact thing. And
The exact same project.
yeah, it's stupid. Like, I don't want to hear it 8 times over and over and over again.
And you don't want to do the same research other people are all.
Is it like were the resources provided, were they pretty minimal so that every resource that we're given that we're supposed to use as our primary resource, every group is using the exact same thing. We all have the same research. So it's easy, and then you get to the presentation, which I have on Monday, and it's the same presentation back to back.
So what is y'all talking about?
The Texas Heartbeat Act, which is interesting because it's the macroeconomic effects of the Texas Heartbeat Act, which limits the time frame in which a woman can receive an abortion. Meaning you can't get an abortion after a fetal heartbeat is detected in the state of Texas. And also allows for civilians / bounty hunters to take women or people who are getting illegal abortions to court and award them up to they say $10,000. Which I don't know why they would include that as part of the bill unless it's an incentive for bounty hunters is what a lot of people are concerned about. But
Yeah. I mean, Texas has a long history of using bounty to enforce its laws.
for sure, I mean they got a long history of anti-abortion.
That's right. You know, it would make sense that they would double down and bounty hunt people trying to get abortions. It makes sense.
And I mean Idaho has a law that they're trying to propose that bans women from leaving the state to get an abortion. Which is kind of ridiculous because if you're in Idaho and you cross on over and into a state that has the federal laws of abortion and aren't following the overturning of Roe v. Wade, you cross a state border into a land that is completely fine. And then if you return home, like somehow that's entirely illegal and not at all a possibility.
Yeah. It doesn't make a lot of sense.
No.
And the whole thing with like abortion and states' rights is like I see where pro-life is coming from in the sense where if you live in a state that isn't friendly to abortion, it's probably best to leave. What I don't agree with is overturning the Supreme Court ruling, Roe v. Wade. I think that is stripping many people of their federal rights. Because, like I said, states' rights and federal rights are different, and it's as simple as that. If Texas don't want you to get abortions, don't fucking live in Texas. Live in California. If Arizona wants you to get abortions, New Mexico right next door. If Wyoming and Idaho ain't trying to give you abortions, Colorado right down south. But what's fucking it up now is Roe v. Wade being overturned. Now each state in some way is legally liable to report that shit. Because the thing about Roe v. Wade was it wasn't about whether abortions were legal or not. It was about privacy. So now that they report it, you go back home to Idaho, your doctor looks at your recent fucking medical history, sees that you got an abortion, now he's a mandated reporter. He's got to report your ass to the police. And that's where I think they fucked up at, because you're giving people a false sense of security, telling them they can go do this procedure, but you're not telling them that you can go do it, but where you do it at, you better stay there. That's not what they're telling them. So you got people who basically really have no idea where to even start, you know, if something like that happens. But then again, wear a fucking condom. Wear a fucking B or a
Condom, buy Plan B. There's so many different methods.
If your girl don't want birth control, be a fucking man. Have a side. There's always going to be a girl that wants birth control. There's always going to be a girl that's on birth control. There's plenty of fish in the sea. Don't have sex.
Don't talk to women.
Wear a condom.
Be gay.
Become a Muslim.
Alright, I couldn't tell.
Until you get married.
I'm not.
Because if you become gay, fucking abortion will have to get like 80s.
Yeah.
I know that sounds very un-PC. But I mean, let's be. Like, let's you know, so, but either way, guys, what everybody here is trying
Put
to
it
tell
in
you,
a butt.
there are plenty different ways to avoid getting these young ladies pregnant, bro. And young ladies, man, tell these niggas, don't knock me up. Just say it.
Or have some courtesy for yourself and don't degrade yourself.
Right. Don't bust it open. Don't bust it open to a nigga you know. Don't bust everything out.
Pull out.
I want to be free access, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? If I gotta work to hit, I'm definitely gonna be like, I'm definitely gonna damn. Probably should have known that bitch. But if I'm just cracking that shit on the first date, I'm in there, I'm on dog mode. By the time I done busted that shit, I'm like, oh shit. You on birth control, right? Like, so yeah, guys, it's all about, you know, very sneaking a good body. No, by the way, yo. You got intro, bro. So y'all, he might not be on every episode, but this dude right here is definitely one of the homies, yo. If y'all see man, like holla at him, bro. Darius, why don't you say something, bro? Say something.
Introduce yourself. Say what's on your mind.
My name is Darius. You can just call me Darius or Marvin or Margaret, Melvin, any name. I go by any name, it don't matter. But I would occasionally probably be around here sometimes. But yeah.
Where
What projects are you like doing?
currently.
Big projects.
So I'm doing this supervised study class. It's $2.99. I'm doing experimenting with plants right now, like growing plants, and
Bioengineer plants, or just
just kind of regular plants. They're called like. Have you ever heard of Wisconsin plants, like Wisconsin fly plants, or Brassica rapa? That's kind of like the scientific name. They're technically indicators, not really hypercumulative plants. Which hypercumulative plants are plants that can take metals like fluoride. So what I'm doing with mine is trying to see if they can take a higher concentration of fluoride, see if they won't die, because ppm, as in like parts per million, our annual water quality for Charlottesville is 0.7576 ppm, or technically 1 ppm, which is the right enough concentration to be able to, like, you know, water the plants without killing them.
I see.
And so I did a higher concentration. I did 3 ppm, or for the plants it'd be 30 ppm. And so my experiment, the fluoride killed them. So I'm doing a second completely. So I'm doing a second trial to see if the fluoride is what's actually killing them, or because it could be me not watering them enough. But if you water them too much, they die.
They'll drown.
Yeah. And then, or it's just, you know, not enough sunlight, because I mean, in the span of time I was taking care of them and stuff. It was really cloudy and raining.
Yeah, the weather in Charlotte, just in Virginia.
Virginia, because it's so middle of the road, you get the worst of the winter and the worst of the summer.
Yeah.
You get hot and you get real cold.
Yeah. That Mediterranean climate, baby.
But yeah, that's so far what's going on with my project. I had to present it today in front of some colleagues and stuff, but
Woo wee! One more week of school food, and then I'm outside this motherfucking summer, bro. I have no fucking clue, bro. I just gotta get some on my touchdown.
preach.
Yeah, man.
Summer's gonna be good.
Man,
We also have to do vacations.
we got vacations, bro. We got camp trips. We got vacations. We got pool days. We got motherfucking anything y'all's minds could fathom is going to happen. And I just want everyone here to know is there are times in your life where you will look back in your past and you will think you are worse than where you started. Those are the times where you should be focusing on your future, because a year from that moment, you will look back at your life and realize just how far you have come. Everybody just stick with y'all shit. Amen. Just stick with y'all shit. They're switching it up, quitting, backing out, all that pussy ass shit is for the birds, bro. If you feel like your life ain't where you want it to be right now, keep working. If you know what you're doing is something that you love, keep working. And secondly, bro, sometimes the people you love are going to hold you back the most, bro. I'm trying to tell you. It's okay. It's okay. Because they love you so much that their love is holding you back. You gotta let them go. You gotta go on your own path. And you will always find success in an environment where you're okay with being uncomfortable, you're okay with change. With that being said, it's about to be summertime. You know what I'm saying? It's about to be the middle of the new year. 2024 after August is only going to be 6 months away. We already in April, gentlemen. Well, alright, so just remember those words, because for real, bro, it's not like it's going to take a while. It's going to take some time, but it's going to take a while. Just dedicate the time to the right things, and you will be good, though. That's all. That's what I have to say. I'm good.
Amen to that.
Yeah, that was well said.
But also too, like, if you got too much going on, it don't hurt to take breaks either. So
Damn straight.
take a break. You got to take the semester if you need to, or take a break from just social media, anything. Do it. Come back, see you feel relax from it, and go on about your business.
Taking breaks is healthy, man. Like walking away from something that you're doing isn't a good idea, but taking breaks is perfect sometimes.
Relaxes your brain.
For real, sometimes all you need is that time to like
Mellow yourself.
Decompress for a second.
Meditate, you guys.
Take a walk.
Yeah.
I think taking a walk. I like getting exercise before I sit down and do work.
I say take walks with friends.
ooh,
Because when you take a walk with a friend, because then you could just be talking all the time and let that all out. And then afterwards, when you come in, you're like, damn, that felt good.
yeah.
So get back on track and then you'll be all set. But taking breaks is always a good solution for any sort of like
Writer's block, mind ball, headache. Shit, I can't tell you how many times I've been staring at an essay, scrolling over the essay up and down, just scrolling like, I'm gonna kill myself. Like,
like last week, I was like, a 4-page essay? Good, bro. Last page and I was bummed.
yeah,
I felt like there was a brick in my head and I couldn't do shit.
Yeah. I'm working on I have to do an 8-page research paper, which I literally just asked what the rough draft needed to be, and he said, and I was talking before with classmates, and they're like, the girl that sits next to me every day, she said she's done, and she's not doing anything else, and she has 3 pages.
Oh shit, she's fucked. She getting 5 off already.
And I talked to the teacher after class, like asking, because I need to submit the rough draft first. and he's saying, get around 5 pages. That should be good. I'm like, I got 2.
Bro, I have written in this one research paper. I have written about 20 pages and edited it down to like 12. So
you have to do MLA format, like double-sided, 12.
MLA, double space,
You haven't
12
tried
point
APA
font. Nah, we can't.
It's the worst.
I'm glad I'm not writing APA. What makes APA like what? So I know MLA is. I think it's like indenting and it's more of a formal type of text.
MLA is really good for argumentative
Right.
English
Right.
essay
Right.
sort of deal,
Right.
and APA centers more around like historians especially love APA. They don't use anything else.
APA format is mostly for like scientific based stuff.
Yeah, like research.
I have to write in total. I've written 6 APA papers, and then I'm working on 2 more. So yeah.
The minds in America, yo. We next up. I be thinking about it. Them 6 APAs, bro, when you got that bank in your hand, you gonna think back at that shit and be like, damn, that shit was low-key king. It was low-key king.
It's a lot easier now. Once you get into like the actual field, like your job is a lot harder because you got to be because in APA you got to be more precise and accurate with your data.
I see.
Instead of just like making up numbers and stuff.
I see. So it's like, is it heavy on source material?
Yeah,
Okay, because MLA is like source, then your own opinion about the source.
So what APA is, you have your title, you have your abstract, which is a 250 to 300 word
Description of the whole paper.
And then you have your introduction where you can put like sources and then your hypothesis of what you did or like what you think is going to happen to your experiment. Then you have like methods and materials like what you use and then how you did it. And then it's all in past tense too.
Is that on?
Yeah.
It don't look.
This shit off, bro. It got hotter than this stuff.
It's hot as hell.
Nah, it's cool. We're almost done.
Ghost is checking.
We're almost done.
But yeah, it's you have like methods and materials, and then you have like your results and discussions. Like it's just a bunch of like stuff you gotta add on to it, which is very tedious.
Yeah.
Ghost is sweating like a motherfucker. Bro said it's like, thumbs up, sweat dripping out his forehead.
He said, fix his hair.
But I tell y'all, bro, it is hot in this motherfucker, bro.
So what happened?
I wish we had a thermometer, man.
For real, just to show y'all, bro, it is so geeked in here.
That right there, the AC or whatever it is, it was on 68 before.
Yeah.
And then there was about, before the start, it was about 5 of us. And that's huge because
Now it's 90.
we get heated fast.
Yeah, I mean, there's three brownies and 2 whites. So the heat distribution still is a bit out there. We're not absorbing as much as we normally could. I'm just playing.
I only wore a hoodie because it was a little chilly this morning.
Yeah, I mean, it started off at like 50 degrees, and outside it's like 87.
Dude, at 8 o'clock it was 50. By 10 o'clock it was 80.
Yep.
See, I'm sweating like a dog.
So
It's a Virginia weather, man.
It's
But it's dry. It's dry now. It's not even humid anymore. It's dry.
Dude, it's like my ex. Warm, hot, cold, you're fucked. They didn't
I thought
even
dry.
I thought you were talking about dry.
You gotta do it like that. It's so dry.
Putting her on blast in the pod, bro.
Well, anyways, guys.
237.
Yeah, I think we're gonna call it, yo. It's been a good EP, man. EP3, dog. We're gonna have them coming out to y'all. We're definitely not done.
I swear, if that stink flight attacks you, the third person.
Bro, it hit me in the face.
More to come. But anyway, nah, you can leave it over. We're signing out. It's been Lou.
Oh, let's get it.
It's been Lou.
Oh, the ball.
And Will. And we got in this motherfucker. We all are done for the day. Signing off.